Hi, I'm Amy Warfield, the town clerk. I'm here today to talk about the Board of Appeals. As we've talked in the past, there are three different parts to local government: the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch. While towns don't have courts and do fines or do criminal cases or civil cases, the one board that does kind of arbitrate and look at the rules and regs that are involved in town is the Board of Appeals. In other towns, sometimes they call it the ZBA, or the Zoning Board of Appeals. And what happens is, if someone is working with planning or building department and has been told what they can and can't do based on the regulations, and they prefer to do something different, they can come to the Zoning Board of Appeals, and the Zoning Board of Appeals would then evaluate the decisions that have been made and make a decision based on what the laws and the bylaws of the town and Mass General Law allow them to do. The process of dealing with the Board of Appeals, or the ZBA, is that you have to get a decision from one of the other boards and then take that decision and do what's called a variance. A variance is that you want to have something done that's different or not totally spelled out in our zoning bylaws. Variances may deal with signs. They may deal with how you're building something on your property. They may deal with where lot lines are and whether you can build something up to those lot lines. And just in general, anything dealing with zoning. After the board has reviewed the case, they will allow the petitioner to make presentations and talk about with them what are available, or what they want to do, and what maybe can be done. And then they will make a decision, and that gets formally written up. And then if it's approved, that is something that then the property or the proponent will then take, and it gets attached to the deed for that particular property. That means that if you want to build a shed on your property and it's closer than what's allowed to a property line, that needs to be put onto your deed so that going forward, people know why that was allowed, and you don't have a problem later with it in terms of a neighbor coming in and saying you have to take it down. The Zoning Board of Appeals in Burlington is made up of 5 members with 2 alternates, and they meet every other Tuesday in the month. Depending on how many cases they have, depends on how long it might take to get a decision back. So hopefully that gives you a good overview of what the Zoning Board of Appeals does for us in town.